Hey everyone, and welcome back. You ever get that feeling like technology's just like zooming ahead at warp speed?
Oh, yeah, totally.
We're diving deep today into how the way we build software and hardware both is changing and what it means for the future of AI.
Super fascinating stuff.
Absolutely. Our source material today is a talk by the CEO of Nvidia.
Okay.
You might know them for their, awesome graphics cards.
Yeah, for sure.
He's basically laying out this vision for how computing is evolving and how Nvidia is, right at the forefront.
Yeah, they're really leading the charge.
They are. Big question, though. Are we on the verge of, a full-on computing revolution?
I think so. Let's find out.
Let's do it. Okay, so first things first, we got to talk about Moore's Law.
Okay.
That idea that, computers just magically get twice as powerful every 2 years.
Right.
It's not so magical anymore, is it?
Yeah, Moore's Law is kind of like, it's like that free ride you had as a kid where your parents just kept, buying you new shoes as your feet grew. But, eventually you stop growing so fast.
You hit a wall.
Exactly. And those free shoes, they aren't automatic anymore.
I love that analogy. So are you saying our computers have basically stopped growing at that crazy pace?
Yeah, pretty much. CPUs, the brains of our computers, they're not getting magically faster on their own anymore.
So what happens now? Do we just kind of accept that computers are as good as they're going to get?
No, not at all. What we're doing now is we're getting really clever about how we design computer systems. So instead of trying to make, one single brain do everything better,
Right.
we're building these specialized parts that are insanely fast at specific tasks.
Okay.
It's called accelerated computing.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all minivan, we're building a fleet of specialized vehicles, like a race car for speed, a truck for hauling, an SUV for off-roading.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it.
And guess who's leading the charge in building those specialized engines for the computing world?
Let me guess.
Nvidia. The same folks who make those awesome graphics cards for gaming.
Wait, hold on. So the same tech that makes my video games look amazing
Yep.
is now being used to solve some of the world's biggest problems.
You got it. NVIDIA's GPUs, or graphics processing unit,
GPUs, right?
they were designed to handle tons of calculations needed for, realistic graphics.
Makes sense.
But turns out, they're also really good at crunching the massive amounts of data needed for AI.
Wow, that's pretty mind-blowing.
It is, and it's all because the way we're building software is changing too. We're moving from what's called software 1.0 to software 2.0.
Hold on, software 1.0 and 2.0, what's the difference?
Okay, so think of software 1.0 as like humans writing out every single instruction for the computer,
Okay.
line by line, like a super detailed recipe.
Okay, yeah, I get that. What about software 2.0 then?
Software 2.0 is like teaching the computer to come up with its own recipe.
Oh, interesting.
So we feed it a ton of data, and it learns from that data to write its own code.
Whoa, so computers are writing their own software now.
Pretty much.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And that's where AI comes in. AI is all about machines learning to solve problems on their own, not just following instructions.
Right.
And a key part of this whole revolution is something called CUDA, which is like a special language created by NVIDIA that helps AI run super efficiently on GPUs.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've got AI writing software and these supercharged GPUs doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
But what does NVIDIA actually build with all this? What's the physical stuff look like?
All right, so get this. NVIDIA built this thing called the Blackwell system.
Okay.
It's basically a giant brain built for AI.
Giant brain. How giant are we talking?
Okay, picture this. 144 GPUs,
Whoa.
all linked together, weighing 3,000 pounds and using a ton of power.
3,000 pounds. That thing must be the size of a small car.
Pretty much. And you need all that power because AI models are getting bigger and hungrier for data all the time.
I can imagine.
To solve complex problems, they need to process mountains of information,
Right.
and that takes massive computing power.
So that's why AI is, developing so quickly these days.
Exactly.
It feels like there's a new breakthrough every other week.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. AI is evolving way faster than anyone predicted. Remember how Moore's Law said computers would double in power every 2 years?
Yeah.
AI development is happening 4 times faster than that every year.
That's crazy. 5 minutes in, and already my mind is blown. Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. And hey, if you have any thoughts so far, drop a comment below.
Definitely. Let us know what you think.
This is just the beginning, folks. It's going to get even wilder from
I
here.
know, right? Next up, we're going to unpack this whole idea of AI thinking a bit more,
Okay.
because that's where things get really interesting.
So we've established that AI is evolving at this, insane pace.
It is, yeah.
But what does that actually mean? What does it even look like when AI starts to think?
Well, it's not exactly like, human thinking.
Right.
But it's getting closer. Remember how we talked about AI learning to solve problems? Well, some problems need more than just like a quick answer,
Yeah, it's like the difference between knowing your best friend's birthday off the top of your head versus like figuring out a complex puzzle. One takes time and real thinking.
Exactly. Imagine asking an AI to design a bridge, for example.
Okay.
It needs to consider all sorts of factors. Weight, materials, weather conditions, safety regulations.
Right.
It can't just like spit out a random answer. It has to like think through the problem step by step.
So it's like AI is developing its own problem-solving skills, kind of like we do in school.
That's a great way to put it. And there are two main things that are driving this ability for AI to think.
Right.
First, we're building bigger and more complex models. Think of it like giving the AI a much larger brain to work with.
Makes sense, yeah.
So
The bigger the brain, the more it can handle. What's the second thing?
the second thing is we're giving AI more time to actually think during what's called inference.
Inference.
Basically, it means letting the AI, explore different possibilities, run simulations, and reason its way to the best solution.
So it's not just about speed anymore. It's about giving AI the time and space to really work through a problem.
Exactly. And this is leading to some really incredible results.
Like what?
We're seeing AI systems that can, write music, design new drugs.
Wow.
Even control robots in, really complex environments.
That's amazing. Seems like the possibilities are pretty much endless.
They really are. But, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Totally.
Yep.
And speaking of responsibility, we've got to talk about the ethical side of all this. Are there, concerns about bias
Yeah.
or job displacement, things like that?
Those are definitely valid concerns.
Yeah.
It's crucial that we develop and use AI responsibly. We need to ensure it benefits humanity as a whole and doesn't, create or perpetuate harmful biases.
That makes sense. So being thoughtful about the purpose behind AI development, making sure it's aligned with, our values as humans.
Exactly. It's about using this incredibly powerful tool for good, not just for profit or advancement without considering the consequences.
Right. 5 minutes in, and we're already talking about the potential impact of AI on society. This is deep stuff. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting discussions. And while you're at it, leave us a comment about what you think about the ethics of AI. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that might sound straight out of science fiction. AI agents.
AI agents, okay.
Imagine AI systems that act like your personal assistants,
Okay.
helping you with everything from, scheduling appointments to designing complex machines.
AI agents. Sounds like something out of a movie.
It does, doesn't it? And Nvidia is right at the forefront of this with their AI enterprise platform. It's like a toolbox for building and managing these AI agents.
So these AI agents, are we talking about robots running around doing our chores?
Not quite robots. Think of them more as specialized AI programs that can perform very specific tasks. Imagine an AI agent that handles customer service, answering questions and resolving issues for a company. Or an agent that helps engineers design microchips.
So super specialized experts in their fields.
Exactly. And they're designed to work alongside humans, making us, even more efficient and productive.
Like super employees.
Exactly. I can definitely see the appeal of having an AI agent handling all the tedious stuff,
Right.
freeing us up to focus on the bigger picture.
Absolutely. And it gets even more interesting. Nvidia is also developing something called Omniverse,
Yeah.
a virtual world where AI can actually learn physical skills
Right.
before being deployed in robots and other real-world systems.
You got it.
Wait, a virtual world where AI learns to move and interact?
Yeah.
That sounds like something straight out of the Matrix.
It kind of is. Think of it as a giant training ground for robots where they can practice and learn without any, real-world consequences.
So it's like a virtual dojo for robots, mastering their kung fu before hitting the streets.
That's a great analogy. And once they're trained in this virtual world, these AI agents can be used in everything from self-driving cars
Oh, wow.
and factories to, even our homes.
Wow. So we're talking about a future where AI is integrated into every aspect of our lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty incredible. But hold on, wouldn't we need like a lot of computing power to run all these virtual worlds and AI agents?
You're right, we would. And remember those powerful GPUs and supercomputers we were talking about earlier?
Right.
That's where they come in. They provide that massive computing power needed to train and run these complex AI systems.
So it all ties together. The end of Moore's law, the need for accelerated computing, the rise of AI and these incredible virtual worlds is like a whole new era of computing is unfolding before our eyes.
It really is, and it's happening faster than most people realize. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a step back and talk about the 3 pillars of AI computing that Nvidia is focusing on. Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into accelerated computing and AI.
It's been a wild ride so far.
It has.
We've talked about, the end of Moore's law,
Right.
the rise of this specialized hardware like GPUs, and how AI is evolving at this crazy pace.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing.
And just before we took that break,
Yeah.
we were about to unpack those 3 pillars of AI computing that Nvidia is focusing on.
Yeah, the 3 pillars. So first you have DGX.
Okay.
Think of those as like the massive supercomputers, the heavy lifters that are used to train AI models.
Okay, DGX, the training grounds. Got it. What's next?
Next, you have Jetson.
Jetson.
These are like mini AI brains designed for robots and devices at the edge of the network.
Edge of the network? What does that even mean?
It means devices that aren't connected to the cloud all the time. Think self-driving cars, drones, even your smart home appliances.
Right.
They need onboard AI to make decisions in real time.
So Jetson is bringing AI to our everyday devices. That's pretty cool. What's the 3rd pillar?
The 3rd pillar is Omniverse.
Omniverse.
That virtual world we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Where AI can actually learn and practice before being, deployed in the real world.
Right. The virtual dojo for robots.
Exactly.
So we've got DGX for training.
Yes.
Jetson for real-time decision-making out in the world. And Omniverse for, practice and simulation. Makes sense to me.
Exactly. Nvidia sees these 3 pillars as essential for the future of, AI development and deployment.
5 minutes into part 3, and we're already seeing how all these pieces fit together. Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. If you're enjoying this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more mind-expanding content.
Please do.
And hey, don't be shy. Leave a comment below. Tell us which of these 3 pillars you find most fascinating.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
But, before we wrap up, I kind of want to zoom out a bit and think about the bigger picture.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about, all the exciting possibilities of AI.
We have?
But what about the challenges? What about the impact on, society and the future of work?
Yeah, those are really important questions to consider.
They are.
And honestly, there are no easy answers.
Right. It's not all sunshine and robots, right?
No, not exactly. We need to be mindful of the potential downsides, like job displacement, bias in algorithms, and ethical considerations around, AI decision-making.
Right. We don't want to create a dystopian future where robots are ruling the world.
Exactly. We need to make sure that AI is developed and used responsibly,
Right.
that it benefits humanity as a whole, not just a select few.
So how do we do that? How do we ensure that AI is actually a force for good in the world?
Well, I think for starters, we need really open and honest conversations about the potential impacts of AI. We need to involve everyone in the discussion,
Yeah.
not just the scientists and engineers.
Right. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we choose to use it.
Exactly.
Ah.
We need to think about the values we want to embed in our AI systems.
Yeah.
And, the kind of future we want to create.
We need to be proactive
Yes.
and shape the development of AI in a way that aligns with our, human values.
I couldn't agree more. And I think one of the most important things we can do is focus on education.
Education.
Yeah, we need to educate people about AI,
Okay.
how it works, its potential benefits, and, its potential risks as well.
So that everyone can be informed participants in this, rapidly changing world.
Exactly. The more we understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to make, informed decisions about its development and its use.
It seems like we've come full circle.
Yeah.
From the, technical details of Moore's law and accelerated computing to these broader societal implications of AI. It's true.
And the importance of education.
It has been quite a journey.
This deep dive has been an incredible, I think, exploration into the world of, accelerated computing and the future of AI.
Absolutely.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the, nuts and bolts of GPUs to the mind-blowing possibilities of, AI agents and virtual worlds.
It's pretty amazing.
We've learned about the end of Moore's Law and how accelerated computing is paving the way for, this whole new era of technological advancement.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
We've explored the potential of AI to revolutionize everything from, healthcare and transportation to education and entertainment.
Right, the possibilities are endless.
But we've also discussed, the importance of responsible AI development.
Yes.
And the need for, ethical considerations and open conversations about its potential impact on society.
That's crucial.
It's clear that we're on the cusp of a technological revolution unlike anything we've ever seen before.
And it's up to all of us to ensure that this revolution actually benefits humanity as a whole.
Well said.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a few final thoughts.
Go for it.
First, stay curious. This field is constantly evolving, so keep learning and exploring.
Absolutely.
Second, don't be afraid to ask questions and challenge assumptions. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's up to us to shape it.
Couldn't agree more.
And finally, remember that AI is a tool. It's up to us to use it wisely and ethically to create a better future for everyone.
Well said. That's a perfect note to end on.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of accelerated computing and the future of AI. We hope you found it insightful and engaging.
We had a blast exploring this topic with you.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating deep dives.
Yeah, please do.
And, share your thoughts in the comments below.
We love hearing from you.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.